Hey guys, so I said that I was going to do a Facebook Live pretty soon, and this is me finally doing it. So I wanted to stop in and tell you guys a little bit about how I came to do this. I said back in May that I was going to do Facebook Live more often, and I haven't been doing it. And I've been making commitments to people and saying that I'm going to do it, and I don't do it. And so sometimes accountability can be a really helpful thing in doing things that you're afraid of. But in this case, my fear was just too big. It was just too much for me to go from being super afraid of doing Facebook Live and just leaping and doing it. So I was kind of reflecting on where I was going wrong and what I was doing and why now felt like I was ready to actually do it. And what I realized was it wasn't really the accountability piece that pushed me over the fence. It was actually the fact that I broke it down into smaller steps. So I've actually just started a podcast with my friend Mike. It's called How We Hustle, and it's launching any day now, so look out for it. I'm sure I'll tell you all about it. But that has actually been the thing that helped me go from being afraid of doing video to feeling like I was finally ready to do it, because I was speaking to my friends first about it, and then I gradually moved into doing a podcast where I became more confident in speaking to people and speaking on the fly, even though you can edit a podcast, but it's mostly on the fly. So I kind of was just like, I feel like I'm ready. Like I took all these like little baby steps to get to this place where I could actually finally do the video thing. So my message to you is, if you feel like you have a really big fear and you're not sure why you've been trying all these things and you just can't surpass it, you can't move forward, break it down into smaller steps. The other thing is that thinking of smaller steps is when you're taking baby steps, when you're a baby and you learn to walk, it doesn't feel comfortable at the beginning. It feels awkward and you're probably stumbling and you're not really doing it well. Well, that's the same with anything that's new and you're afraid of. Like, this is my first time like really doing a Facebook Live. Like, yeah, I did it at the golf course, and yeah, I did it while I was in Italy, but it felt super uncomfortable and I didn't really talk about anything important. So at least this time I was like, okay, I'm going to talk about how I got over my fear to finally actually feel okay about doing a Facebook Live. And it was like, it still feels uncomfortable. This still feels a little weird, but I mean, I'm working on it and it's going to get better. And we can't expect ourselves to be perfect or great at something the first time we try it. We weren't great at walking the first time we try it. Babies always look like they're drunk when they're walking. And we won't be great at everything we do for the first time, but it will get better. And then, once you've done all of that, then add the commitment piece. Because I made a ton of commitments about doing Facebook Live, and I did not follow through on any of them. Because it was just too big. The fear was just too big. So now that I've broken it down into smaller steps, I made a commitment to 2 separate groups of people this week that I would finally do this, and I finally felt ready to do it and actually fulfill that commitment. I didn't feel like I was making a commitment I knew I wasn't going to do. So I supercharged it. I didn't just make a commitment to one person, I made a commitment to 2. And here I am. So hopefully this was helpful. And when you are feeling like you need to get over a big fear, number 1, break it down. Number 2, remember that it's baby steps and you're not great at everything the first time you try it. And number 3, choose an accountability partner. Thanks. See you guys another time. I don't know when, but again, soon, not in months from now. Have a good night. Bye.